It's approaching the middle of January right now, and I have some questions to ask you. Have you been taking action? Have you been keeping to your New Year's goals? You said you want to do this, and you said you want to do that, but are those things actually taking place into your life? And more than not, the answer is, you've probably been keeping consistent for a few days, and then you lack off, and then you stop. Well, let me put you guys on some serious game. I know some of you guys want to be that guy. You want to be that guy in terms of the going to the gym, your work, society, and things like that. Well, if you guys want to be that guy, you need to apply 3 things to your life, and you will skyrocket. So first of all, what I want you to apply going into 2025 is consistency. So I know some of you guys have probably told yourself, I'm gonna do all of these massive, amazing things. However, that's not really good, because if you think like that, then more likely than not, you're gonna give yourself a workload that's too high and that is not realistic. So what I want you to do is pick 3 things this year that you really want to do and that you really want to improve on. And I want you to have tunnel vision and lock in on those things and really go crazy with those things. So what do I mean by go crazy? So once you've picked those 3 main things you want to lock in on, I want you to be consistent. I want you to be obsessed. Because at the end of the day, if you want to be the best at what you do, if you want to reach the top, it's not about having the most talent. It's not about being 0.01%. Do you know what I'm trying to say? What is it about? Let me tell you right now. The one key thing you need is consistency. And also, in order to be the top at what you do, you need that obsession. You need to be obsessed with it. You need to think about it day in and day out. So that task you want to achieve, those 3 main things you want to achieve this year, you need to become obsessed with it. It needs to be the first thing you think of when you wake up, and it needs to be the last thing you think of when you go to bed. Obsess over it and obsess over it, and then you will go so far. So guys, pick 3 main things you want to focus on this year to go far and to go clear. And secondly, one thing I'm going to give you to really excel this year is to pick your friendship group. How do you expect to excel in life if you're around people that are pulling you down? There's a quote that I want you guys to know. Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. Let that sink in. So essentially what that quote is trying to say is that you are a reflection of your friends. And in 2025, I feel like you need to choose your friends wisely, because some of your friends will probably weigh you down in 2024, in 2023, in 2022. Are you again going to let them weigh you down in 2025? Or you ask them, let's go to the gym, and then they're like, maybe tomorrow or maybe the day after that. Then you rely on these so-called friends that are weighing you down. No, you need to take a stand. So secondly, you need to make sure you're around the right circle. If you want to run faster, you need to run with people faster than you. You need to pick out friends, pick out people who you aspire to be like. That guy is very smart, then go be his friend. That guy is very locked in with the gym, then go be his friend. This guy is very business orientated, he's starting a lot of businesses, then go be friends. If you aspire to be like them, then be their friends. And then watch when you start to change too. Like with me, for example, like back in the days, I wasn't really smart and stuff. I didn't really get good grades at first. Then I was like, okay, these guys are getting good grades. Let me start hanging out with them. Let me start associating. So I told myself, let me start associating with these people. You guys understand what I'm saying? And thirdly, guys, if you want to elevate and be extremely successful this year, one thing I strongly encourage is to start reading books. I know reading books might be long, reading books might be like so old-fashioned. However, there is so much knowledge you can gain from reading. And if you don't want to read per se, You can do things such as listening to podcasts, watching documentaries, things like that. And trust me, you really elevate this year. And so in terms of reading books, obviously I'm not telling you to go read storybooks. I want you to read self-help books that can help you. And the book that I encourage is books such as 48 Laws of Power, Atomic Habits, Rich Dad Poor Dad. When you start reading these books, you will gain so much knowledge that you can apply in your day-to-day life. One book out of those three, I strongly encourage you to read 48 Laws of Power, because from the teachings of that book, you can apply so many things to your actual life. You can apply, like, if you want to be more powerful, if you want to be more respected, you know what I'm trying to say. If you want to be things like this, really read the 48 Laws of Power and watch your life transform. So guys, remember 3 main things. Pick 3 attainable goals and be consistent with it. Very consistent. Don't try and pick all these crazy, unrealistic goals. Just pick 3 main things and try and achieve it. And watch you compound. For example, let's say, like, back to my first point that I mentioned before. Let's say you want to start. So let's say you've been to the gym for 6 months. You probably wouldn't realize the changes on a day-to-day basis, you know. Who realizes the changes in the body every single day? Nobody. But when you look at a picture from yourself from 6 months back in the past, you're like, damn, I changed so much. And that's how it is with being consistent. It compounds over time. You won't even realize until you look at yourself back in the past and you'll be like, I've changed so much. Damn, how did I change so much? That's it with being consistent. And also, it's time to drop those friends, like I said before, and watch your life change. Start walking with people you aspire to be like, and then you'll be that guy you aspire to be like. And thirdly, start reading more, start investing into your knowledge, start acquiring more wisdom, and watch how your life will change. Watch how people will start to respect you. Watch how everything will change for you in a positive way. Guys, apply these 3 things to your life in 2025 and watch your life skyrocket. Anyways, that's the end of the video, guys. I want to say, if you guys have any advice, I will apply it to every single person. Like, I'm not a big creator right now. So if you have any advice, shoot me a message on Instagram, shoot me a message on YouTube. I'll try to reply to every single one of you. And also, coming up soon, I want to make a free Discord where we all give each other advice about life and goals, because I want to build a community of like-minded people, of people who want to be successful in life. And I think all of us can make it together.